Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to wait till people show up. I've noticed like some people, what they do is they sit and they just type on their computer and they're going live and they don't even acknowledge that it's live yet. Like this. Typing, typing, typing. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot. So where is everyone? Get your ass here. Oops, cursed right off the bat. Right out of the gate, I'm cursing. Right out of the gate. I have some stuff to share with you that I think is going to be motivating and exciting and something that you really, really need in your life right now, because we are in a moment in time where things are shifting, changing, growing, expanding, and you're either flowing along with it or you're getting stuck and you just don't know what to do. And we're going to talk about the abyss. When one chapter is ending and another chapter is growing, and the abyss that we have. But more importantly, I would like to share something with you. Hello, Eunice. Hello, Camille. Hello, Maria. We are running a raffle, a friggin' raffle. I don't run raffles, and I'm running a raffle. Let me tell you about this raffle. How many times can I say raffle? Hey, whoever can count the amount of times I said raffle, you're going to win something from the raffle. All right, so here's the deal about this raffle. And you want to join the raffle. Trust me. Are you counting? Maybe I'll do a number reading. You can guess at the end, and I'll do a reading for the whole group based on how many times I said the word raffle, 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 raffle. Anyway, just being silly. So then this raffle, which I just shared the link, and the link is MarilynLauria.com/share pillars, share, SHRE, pillars, PILLARS. People are going to win. So the more you share this raffle with your friends and your family across all the social media platforms, you are going to win possibly a 30-minute reading with me. And if you don't think that's worth money, then leave my Facebook page now, because it's friggin' worth a lot. If you've listened to my podcast the past couple of weeks where I did readings, and I did a reading for Michelle last week, and she just listened to it, and she hit me on Instagram, was like, holy mackerel, I can't believe it. That was exactly what I needed. So share, share, share. Somebody's going to win a 30-minute reading. Somebody's going to win a 2-question email reading. And somebody is going to win a couple of digital great classes that we don't give away. So raffle, 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 Jan, 17, 18. Oh, yay. Story sent to sacred. So we have a lot going on, but I want to talk to you about the roller coaster. But before we talk about the roller coaster, and before I take you through a 24-hour exercise, and we're going to really get the ignition in your light, in your soul beamed up. Story deadlines for my book tomorrow, June 30th, tomorrow. So Sandra, woohoo, glad you put it in. And for those of you who raffle, you're going to have to add that to it. SAS is going to get you the SAS pillars, which is going to shift and change your life for good. So I'm going to share a story with you. And you're going to be invited to join us in the SAS experience. And do not worry if you can make the lives or not. What we've done with that is we've done this a few times already, and people are having life-changing experiences in this week-long SAS experience. And in the SAS experience, I teach you this pillar system, which is based on SAS, where it really helps you get aligned with your soul and helps you to break out of habit and belief systems that aren't serving you, and catapults you into change and to the next chapter of your life. Because I feel like a lot of us are riding this abyss in between chapters. And so I've been applying the SAS experience pillar system every 24 hours. And since I've been applying it every 24 hours, I can't believe what's showing up in my life. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to give you some really good tools and techniques to walk away from this live. But doing this for a week is going to shift you into change. So if you're on the fence about it, you're not sure if it's right for you, comment below or email us at care@MarilynandLauria.com. If you're one of these people that is just like, I don't know, is it really going to change anything? Well, nothing's going to change if you're like that. Period. End of story. You've got to create change in your life. You can't wait for things to happen. You've got to create change. So put SAS in down below and you'll learn all about it. And then remember to share the raffle. Share the raffle. So here's the link. Sandra, I think you're like one of the up and running ones for winning. So I know you were as of yesterday for sharing. I think you're like the top contender for that 30-minute reading. So share, share, share. Okay, so let's talk about this abyss. I want to fix my blush. So here's my first question to all of you. When was the last time you did something fun? When was the last time you did something fun? Hi, Paula. When was the last time you did something fun? Hello, my Camille and Nancy. When was the last time you did something fun? Maria, I know. I can't wait to get to know you, Maria. Can't wait. Can't wait to dive in there and get to know all of you. Good. Share in LinkedIn. Share on Twitter. Share, share, share. A couple of weeks ago. Why? Okay. What did you do, Billy? When was the last time you had fun? Today, Pamela, forever ago. This is going to be really strong for you and good. I am not beating you up about this. This is a common answer for a lot of people. Pamela said forever ago. Sandra said last week riding with my guy or going through the Value Village yesterday looking for shorts. I love it. Oh, my little Camille, weekend dinner with friends Saturday. Good for you, honey. It's been a long while. Okay. For those who answered, it's been a long time. It's been a while. It's been really, you really want to listen up, because if you're not experiencing joy and having fun, you're not synchronizing with the universe. You're going to miss synchronicity, because that lights up our soul, and that's when the universe knows what we want. But first, I'm going to let my dog out. Go here. So for those of you who are answering, you really need to get into the SAS experience. You don't need to do anything, but I would love to have you in the SAS experience because it's going to change everything. So what is something fun? No, Billy, your life can't be on hold at the moment. It's not allowed. No matter, let me do this with compassion. No matter what's going on, I have a few friends that are dealing with husbands who are quite ill. That's a pause moment, right? So, but still, even in those moments, we can't forget our light. We can't, because even in those moments where you're sitting by somebody's hospital bed, say, and you're holding them their hand through something really, really difficult, we have to find the joy, because in that joy, we get the moments from the universe, the support to get us through that, or the doctor that comes in and says something to us, or we're able to ask a question, or we're able to be in solution, or we're able to remember something that is really of important information. So joy is like a seed to so much growth, no matter what is going on in our lives. Now, believe me, I have actually a lot of compassion for people who are going through extreme difficulty, but I still don't want you negating finding joy. Even if you can't go out and play, you have to find something that lights you up. Here it is. But as my world revolves around my grandma. When she no longer needs me, I'll have my life back. I find moments, peace of happiness. I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to agree with you, Billy. We have people that have been caretakers who have done SAS and done SFA. Dina, who was a huge caretaker. I hope this inspires you. It doesn't make you feel bad about yourself. I wanted to inspire you. Dina was a caretaker for both her parents. She went into my mastermind. She would sit in the bathroom at 1 o'clock in the morning because she was in Europe. And I'd be like, Dina, we'd be on a Zoom call. And I'd be like, Dina, where are you? She's like, I'm in the bathroom. She'd be on the call under the covers because she was in Europe. And she'd be doing Soul Finder Academy. We'd be doing channel sessions and soul sessions and all of that. She wrote a book. She wrote and authored a book. I think 2 books, actually. And this was somebody who felt like she had no time because her parents needed her so much. But you can't put your life on pause anymore. And I feel like I can say this because I feel like I went through a lot of traumatic experiences where I put my life on pause. And I'm done with the pause button. Spirit is literally putting people in the driver's seat of their life this year, and they're taking their foot off the brake and they're putting it on the gas. So you may not have a lot of time for yourself, but it doesn't mean you forget yourself completely when you're caretaking others. And I'm speaking not from personal experience. I'm speaking from seeing people do it. Nancy's on here. She's taking care of her granddaughter. There's so many people on here that are taking care of others, but they're not forgetting themselves any longer. Let me know if that helps you, Billy. She might have went away. Yeah. So Pamela, we have somebody in SFA, Soul Finder Academy, who just went through this. And it's very hard when you have your whole life planned out with somebody, right? And you're with them for 30 years, you're expecting to spend your rest of your life with them. And then all of a sudden life throws you this huge, huge, horrible curveball and you lose the person you love. And then your whole future just dissolves. That happened with people with COVID, right? Whether somebody they lost in COVID or they lost a whole business. And we're in the rubble and we've got to build it up again. And as much as like, I definitely come from a lot of compassion because I've had a lot of traumatic experiences. I don't let people forget themselves anymore. So Billy's saying agreed, which I'm glad. Thank you, Billy. And I just want to say to you that it doesn't mean this is a hard, like you said, pretty stuck in pain still. This is very recent, but it doesn't mean that your husband wouldn't want you to end your life. Your husband wouldn't want you to not live, but you may not know where to go. So let's talk about joy, because this is one of the best places where you need to go. Okay. So I'm going to run upstairs and turn on my AC because I'm all of a sudden sweating bullets. While I'm upstairs during a Facebook Live, turning on my AC, what I want from all of you now is to tell me if you had a magic wand and you could do anything you wanted for fun right now, what would you do? So you have this magic wand, you have all the money you need, you have all the time in the world. What is one thing you could do for fun right now? And I'll be right back. All right. So let's go to Anise. Anise said, I'm helping my parents and a friend with cancer, her kids, and working a night job. I still sneak out with my dogs or by myself for a walk. So Anise has been through my programs, and she's a moderator right now, Membership for Your Soul, and she is a perfect example of somebody who doesn't allow life to stop. Okay. Paula said, last night I went for a walk on the beach, and 9 people started having sex on the beach in front of us. So I guess I saw others complete their souls list too. Woo! That was fun, Paula. So Susan would buy a pool to swim in Olympic size. Great. Nancy said she would travel to Greece. Billy said go hiking or swimming. Love that. Go out in nature big time and play with all available here. I would be beside my husband riding our mountain bikes on a mountain trail in temperatures that I could handle. We would then stop for a cool drink and dinner. Beautiful. So we've got some good things here. Sending you hugs, Billy. Yeah, I know it's tough, but you can get unstuck and experience joy. Sit by the beach and take in all its beauty. Great. Travel to a tropical beach. Good, good. Just be in nature. Great. Don't listen to that. I don't know why that's happening. So you all wrote something that was fun. So I want to take you through a little bit of an experience, and I want to explain something right now. So I want you to think about this beautiful, true thing that you really, really want to do, this joyful thing. Sit by the beach, get out in nature, go riding with your husband. What's the limiting thought that you have that keeps you from doing that? What is the limiting thought right now that keeps you from doing that? So Sandra, who I know very well, might be like, well, my husband's not here. So that could be the limiting thought. My husband's not here. You may be like, well, Marilyn, that's truth. Play along with me. I'm going to take you on the SAS experience for 24 hours to show you. We're going to do it in a Facebook Live, how you can shift your thinking and shift your being in 24 hours. So tell me right now what the limiting thought is. And while you're doing that, I'm going to take you through a story. So I've been doing the SAS experience for every single day for 24 hours. The SAS experience stands for S is subconscious thinking. A is alignment with your soul, remembering who you are. The next S is soul ignition, lighting up your soul, having fun, and then synchronicity. So I've been in this experience in my life where I'm in an abyss between two chapters. And it's been kind of difficult. And I feel kind of trapped, and I feel like I'm in bondage, and I don't know where I'm going yet. And I'm done with where I'm at. And I know we all know this experience, this like black hole that's in between these two chapters. And I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this feeling, but yet I don't know where I'm going yet. And I'm done with where I'm at, and I've got to do something about it. So Spirit was like, okay, well, you have this incredible pillar system that we taught to you. Let's do this on an everyday basis. So what I've been doing is I wake up in the morning and I'm kind of like a little bit groggy. I'm working through a lot of stuff. And whatever my thought is in the morning, say it's I'm tired, or usually I can rewrite it, but I rewrite it right away in the beginning, right away in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm going to have a great day, or I love myself, or I'm amazing, or I approve of myself. I don't need other people to approve of me. I have time. Say there's financial fears. I have money. I'm abundant. Right away, I rewrite that thought. Okay. And then I remember who I am. I go out. I go on a walk with my dogs in nature, because I live in nature. So I could walk down the block and I'm in nature. And I start remembering who I am. I'm not that limiting thought. I'm that expansive thought. I'm the abundant person. I'm a gifted person. I'm a great teacher. I'm not stuck. I have opportunity, even if you don't think you have it in the moment. So I remember who I am. And then I do something fun, something joyful, something easy. It could be drinking a glass of tea with lemon in it. It could be going down to the farmer's market. It could be last night I walked in the woods and I ran into Mr. Owl. Any of those things. And then because I'm shifting the way I'm thinking, I'm remembering who I am, and I'm doing something to light the light in my soul, the universe shows up. The universe starts dropping in solution where I thought there was none. So I want to work with you right now through all of this and help you to understand that you're not as stuck as you think you are. The stuck is the habits or your mind telling you you're stuck, but you're not. World may look like that. You may be in a very difficult experience, but it's not true. It's not your truth. And I am living proof of this. So if I was like living not in between these two worlds right now, it'd be a little bit hard for me to tell you this story. So let's see what you guys said the limiting thought is, and we're going to rewrite it right away. Okay. Sleep. I understand that. Okay. I would walk on the beach and sit for a bit under a tree. Okay. These are the fun things. So I want to know the limiting thought. No funds. So Pamela wanted to sit by a beach and take in all its beauty and listen to the ocean. Pamela, I'm not going to tell you how to do this, but how could you do this without money? How could you do this without money? I am going to tell you, but I want you to think about it for yourself. You're not going to learn by me lecturing. You learn by me doing with you. Billy says, I'm with my grandma 24/7 and she hates the outdoors. Billy, 24/7? You probably can't leave her then when she's napping or something, but there's got to be a way. Is there a neighbor that can come by for 20 minutes? Is there some way that you can say to your grandmother, hey, I'm just going to go outside. We're just going to go outside for 5 minutes. There's got to be something here that you can do. So what can you do that'll let you do it? And if you can't get outdoors, how else can you bring nature in? It's a little bit of a trick question that I'm asking Pamela. Esther, sitting under a tree and observing birds. Okay, that's the playful thing. I want the limiting thoughts. I'm playing along. Funds and a partner who lives with no imagination. Okay, Maria, this is a really good one. You're in the SAS experience. We're going to really work with this. Funds is something that I don't want in your vocabulary anymore, that's a problem, because that just keeps you trapped. And there are many things that we can do that don't require money, that ignite the light in our soul. So what is the thing that you want to do? We'll go into this in a second. Now, the partner without imagination doesn't mean that you have to live in that entrapment. you're waiting for him to come around or her to come around. You want to travel with him. If you're waiting for that to happen, you're just going to stay in that cycle of entrapment. And I'm not telling you to leave the person, because I don't tell people that. But it doesn't, but the more you change, the more usually what we find is that person changes as well. Or you decide the relationship isn't for you anymore and you have the courage to leave if that's what you're supposed to do. So these are limiting thoughts that need to be rewritten in the moment. Now, I don't want anybody feeling bad about these limiting thoughts, because you can't get anywhere if you're like, Marilyn's reprimanding me and she's right. We're not going to get anywhere with that. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm inviting you to do, you're my guests. We're at a dinner party. Sass is on the table. I'm inviting you in to think differently, to be different. That's it. I don't want any beating up. There's no lashing happening. All that's happening is we're at a dinner party, and it's a costume party, and we're going to try on new costumes. So now we're going to try on new thoughts. So I'm going to help Maria, Billy, and Pamela so far. So I'm going to keep reading. Camille, limiting thought, nature not big enough. Although I have birds and ways to play outdoors, need more mountains and flowers. I'm not worried about you, Camille. You get out in nature a lot. And if you're needing more nature, then you have to infuse yourself in the nature even more, and then think about places you'd like to go, or you're going to learn some more. Okay. You sure aware what you do have, though? I love your shares. Limiting thought, need to recharge my magic wand. Okay, that's an interesting one. We'll come back to that. All right. So here is, whoops, watching the sky and talk with them. Okay, great. You're lovely, thankful. You're welcome. You're asking us to look at it differently. Yes, I am. So here's what I want to invite all of you to do right now. So we already have that. We have the dream, the thing we want, right? So for those of you just joining me, I really, really, really am going to say to you, join the SAS experience, because it's really great. Okay, ready? To have the limiting thought. Billy is dealing with caretaking her grandmother 24/7, can't get out in nature. Her grandmother doesn't like to go. Pamela just lost her husband after 30 years of being together. She lost him a year ago. She's feeling really trapped, doesn't have the money, probably doesn't live near the beach, right? I'm going to take Sandra because she gets it. Sandra's husband is away and working someplace else, and they like to bike together. But you all have this imagination. And when we get into our imagination, we can shift and change the gears of our life. So Billy, you can go for 5 minutes and watch a nature video. You can go for 5 minutes and look. I don't know that you have what I have outside my window, but you could look out your window and breathe with the trees. Pamela, you can watch ocean videos. You could get seashells or sand, or build a little sand aquarium. You could take salt baths and put on ocean waves music. Camille wants more nature. Camille, I'm not worried about, because she's in my programs and I know how she works and she moves past things. But Camille, if you want more nature, you could start planning an adventure, even if you can't afford it. Just the planning of it. It's like Eunice said, I want to go to Peru. Just the planning of it shifts the limited thinking, takes the brackets off. It's not your responsibility to know how the synchronicity works or how the magic works or how you're going to get out of it, but it is your responsibility to get into the vibration and the energy and the alignment of your soul. And you can't get from limitation into alignment. You can get from possibility into alignment. So now we're remembering what we want. We're thinking about it differently. Now we're going to go into soul ignition, and soul ignition is what I just said to you. It's not Camille. Thank you, Camille. Sadly, I do not, but I have a lovely tree that attacks hummingbirds. So you just look at that, or you go online and you Google rainforest, or you Google nature videos, and you put on the little earbud, even if you have to listen to your grandmother in one ear you listen. Or you when you take a shower, you play nature videos and nature sounds. You think it won't get you anywhere, it gets you everywhere. Because if all of this entrapment a lot of it isn't true. So I'm telling you from experience. So when I feel trapped in a cycle, trapped in a limiting thought, right away I rewrite that thought. I'm going to come from solution. Even if I don't know what the solution is, I know there's a solution out there. And then I start remembering who I am, aligning with my soul, and then I ignite the light in my soul, which is what I'm asking all of you to do right now without having to go anywhere, without having to spend money. I'm asking you to ignite the light in your soul. And then what happens is, because you've shifted your thinking, your feeling, your vibration, the light is turned on in your body. The light's turned on in your body. The universe starts coming in and starts dropping things in. And Billy, you have no idea. Now, Billy, I don't know if this is going to happen. You're in a very interesting situation. A neighbor that you love says, you know what, I would love for you to see you go out just for a walk. I'm going to go watch your grandmother for 20 minutes. Or somebody comes through that hasn't been through, another family member, or something happens, or a nurse comes in. I don't know what it is. Or Pamela, you reconnect with an old high school friend, and they have a house by the beach, and they hear what's happening, and they're like, come on, come stay with me for a weekend. You have no idea. Sandra knows how to do this, so I don't even have to tell her how to do it, because I know she knows. I know that she knows to just get into her imagination, get into meditation. She's riding with her husband. She's having dinner and a drink, and before she knows it, she's doing that. So I'm not worried about it. I know Camille knows how to do it too. Maria, for you, lacking funds, I think money is one of the most difficult things. And when you focus on the lack of money, more lack comes in. I'm not in one of those free-flowing moments in my life, and I'm not worried about it. Because when you're in your own business, it goes like this. And if you're not okay with that, you've got to be okay with that. And I know that solution doesn't come in if I'm in scarcity, fear, or anxiety. Solution comes in when I'm in my joy. So when I'm freaking out about something, I'm channeling with my guides, I'm doing the SAS technique, and I'm walking in nature. And then things shift. Everything shifts. So this is what I would say to you guys of what you need to do. And then possibility jumps in. And that's when things shift. So for those of you who are thinking about joining me, go to type in SAS and read about it, and you're really going to enjoy it. And if you think this short little video for 30 minutes has changed your life, imagine what a week-long experience will do. And for those of you who feel like you don't have the time, first of all, if you say you don't have the time, you make the time. I know so many times I'm like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I had one of my students do this, and I'm like, you don't have the time. I was like, could you record how you're spending your day? And then when she sent it to me, I was like, social media suck for 6 hours. TV suck for 6 hours. People have the time. Even if you've got to get up a little bit earlier, or if you got to go to bed a tiny bit later just for like a week to watch something. Isn't your soul worth it? Isn't your happiness worth it? Isn't your joy worth it? Tell me that. Isn't it worth it? So that's what I want to share with you. It's worth it. Now, if it's a funds thing, money thing, this is what I found with money. This is the honest truth, because I was there for so long. It's an excuse. I hate to say it. I was in debt. I couldn't pay things. And then if you look at where your money's really going, A&E is a perfect person for this, because she was like, I can't afford membership for your soul. And then she's like, so she bought my tarot class first. And she's like, I got to get into membership. So she gave up a membership to something. I think it was a gym membership that she wasn't using. And she joined membership. And then Soul Finder Academy came around, which is my higher praise program. And she made that happen. Then she made the extension happen of Soul Finder Academy. Then she's like, you know what? I got to get my money stuff even in order. So she started, I know she won't mind me saying this because she's very open about it. She started getting her money stuff in order. And she's like, you know what? I want to buy a house. So now she's cleaning up debt. She's cleaning up her credit. I mean, to me, she is like a friggin' case study for me, because she's amazing. She doesn't say no to herself. She's got lack. She's got limitation. She battled cancer. She had all this stuff going on. And I didn't know any of these struggles. She just kept meeting me with a yes and joining. And now she's a moderator in membership, and she's phenomenal. She did a panel discussion thing, and she taught something to people that were in my celebration a month ago. I was blown away. I don't get readings. And Anise gave me a little reading on the panel discussion. I was like, holy mackerel. It was so good because she believed in herself, and she believes in herself. A lot of my soul stars on here, they believe in themselves. What is it going to take? How do you put a price tag on believing in yourself? Time is valuable. Money is valuable. Where are you sucking time? And where are you not saying you matter? You're worth it. I think about, I was thinking about this recently, the things that I purchase and the money that I spend on things, right? And it's like, oh, you could buy this. You could spend this much money on doctors or dentists or things that are important, right? But you can't have a tennis coach. Why? Why can't you have a tennis coach? Because that's frivolous. It's all in our heads. So when I started viewing things differently and I stopped not allowing myself to have stuff, I remember I was talking to a social media person. I was thinking about hiring them. And they were like, I don't know, $2,500 or $5,000 a month. I can't remember what it was. And she was telling me what she did, and it sounded good. And I was like, I'd rather go to tennis camp, to be honest with you. Normally in the past, I'd be like, oh my God, I need that thing. I need that thing. My joy, my light in my soul is more important to me. So I chose not to do that. I upped my tennis lessons. And now I'm doing my own social media, and I'm having a great time. Your soul is everything. The light of your soul is everything. Now, you may have to do that social media thing. You may have to do that certain thing to move your business along, but know where your money's going and notice what you're prioritizing. That's what's important, because I find a lot of us prioritize the way we spend money based on antiquated views or old money noise. It's not even true. So let me see where you guys are right now. I'm a little tired, to be honest with you. Oh, and by the way, raffle. Remember to share, because somebody's going to win the pillars. Okay, let me see where you guys are. So I put it in there, share the pillars and the banner. So if you want to come join me in SAS, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing good. And then let me see where people are. I just went off on a little thing. So Paula says, sometimes it's more challenging to find my joy because there are a lot of things on my plate. Going outside for a walk helps ground so I can accomplish more tasks to clean the plate. It feels odd that the usual things feel exciting. So Paula, by the way, I heard you did a great reading circle and membership for your soul. Thank you so much, honey. Seems like people loved it, and it doesn't surprise me. But this is what I would say about this. And I learned this actually in the Artist Way. I thought it was really, really great, where they have you do a pie and you section out how you spend your time. I think a lot of times we're really hard on ourselves and we think we have to get A, B, and C done before we have fun. And I really think that once you do A, you need to go have fun. Once you do B, you need to go have fun. Once you do C, you need to go have fun. Because if I'm not having fun, I don't want to do A, B, and C. It bores the crap out of me. So a perfect example is somebody invited me to go play tennis Thursday morning. And my Thursdays are free now. I keep them free because I'm writing a second podcast. And I was like, oh, I can't go at 9 a.m. in the morning and go play tennis for 2.5 hours. And then I was like, why can't I? Because there's this old thought that I should be at my desk working. I get more done when I have fun. So I'm going to challenge you to relook at that and notice that when you have more fun, the things on your plate get cleared out. And some of those things on the plate can go away probably. That's okay. We're going to get through this, Maria and Sass. I'm super excited to get to know you in there, and we're going to work through this. And I think you're going to be in a really, really great place. To create cartoons. I think you should totally do that, Bev. I think it's great. Good for you. Yep, Sandra does it. Once a month, I can now start getting a respite from hospice. This just started through, though. Yeah, so good. So start thinking future-wise what you can do and everything. I think it's beautiful that you're so dedicated to your grandmother and you're helping her out and you're being with her. but you can't forget yourself in the process. It's very hard to be a caretaker. I get it. All right. I love this, Sandra. Thank you. Sandra says, yes, Billy, put it out there that you want a half-hour break to sit outside or go to the corner or to get coffee, etc. Feel great it would be to do that. Live it and dream it right now. And it's really true. Sandra knows this. Hello, Gentry. That when you do this, possibilities show up, opportunity shows up. So I told you I'm in this abyss, right? So I've been doing, Gentry, you know, SFA, and anybody who graduated from SFA, I've been doing the SAS experience in a 24-hour period. And it's changing everything. And the visual that I have, and I just did this on my Instagram, is I see this path and it's overgrown with these thorny bushes, like big thorny bushes where you can't even get through. You ever get those thorny bushes? Not even rose bushes. I don't even know what the heck they are. There's no roses on them. You can't even put your hands in because there's thorns everywhere. It happened the other day when a tennis ball went in. I was like, oh, I got to get the tennis ball. Thorny bushes, leaves scattered on the ground, weeds growing everywhere. That's what my mornings have been feeling like a little bit, or my days. I'm like in this abyss. The path is there. I can't see it. It's overgrown with bushes, scattered leaves, and weeds. Breathe. What's the thought I need to change? I need to believe in possibility. I need to believe in my dreams. I believe in my dreams. I believe in possibility. There's the subconscious part of SAS, right? Changing the thought. Align with your soul, remembering who I am. I'm a magic maker. I'm a manifester. I'm a creator. I know how to create things in my life. Align with my soul. Ignite the light in my soul. Do something fun. I'm going to go for a walk with the dogs. I'm going to play with the dogs. I'm going to garden. I'm going to play tennis. Then all of a sudden, that path in front of me, the bushes start getting pruned from my thoughts. The leaves start flying away, revealing the path because I'm no longer stuck on limitation. The weeds start becoming wildflowers. And then this whole new path is showing up every single day because synchronicity is inviting me in. It's inviting me to dance with it. And I'm like, all of a sudden, all these creative ideas and things I'd never even thought of are starting to enter my realm, starting to enter my world. Things I never thought of. And I'm like, oh my goodness, there's this whole other path there. We all have that available to us, every single one of us. So I want you riding the SAS wave every single day. And if you can come join us, I would say come join us. Okay, I'm going to go soon. Thank you, Paula. You know, Beva, how can you be okay with the ups and downs if tied to emotions? You know, to break the emotional cycle, I think it's a challenging question. But I think a lot of times we're addicted to emotions. And Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this from like a scientific point of view. And I feel like he has a really great way of explaining it. But I think a lot of times our body is addicted to emotions and we have to reverse it. So that's where all of this comes in. When my body is all of a sudden experiencing an emotion, I pause right away and I go, why am I angry? Did someone just say something to me? Did something just happen? Many times it's just the time of day. And in my past, this would be a moment where I'd be angry or my body's bringing up some memory that has nothing to do with where I'm at. So right away, I change the thought. I'll be like, if I'm angry at something, I'll work with it. If it's just a memory, I'll be like, there's no truth here. And then I remember who I am. I'm powerful. I can change this emotion right now. And then I do something fun. And usually that emotion goes away. It dissolves. And the more and more I do that, the less I ride the wave like this. It's not like that as much. Now, I think we're all in a very difficult time with this COVID thing. So I think you also have to be very kind to yourself. For me, if I'm in an emotional state, I meet it head on. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I work through it and then I do something fun. Yeah, sanity is totally worth it. I love that. Totally true. I wish people could have just a glimpse of what it's like. It's magic, love, peace. It's the best. Love that. Great. Truth. So I was telling Eunice's story, right? And she says, I don't know how, but 3 years of taxes paid, which is great. Okay. Yeah, Camille, it's one of the best things. Let me just see where people are, and then I'm going to move on. Yeah, this is an important one. I just did this. I need to stop being so critical. When I run behind schedule, stay in flow. I'll arrive on time. There's no idea of being late. Breathe again. So, Amy, I totally know what you're saying, and it's really good to be kind to yourself, really nice to yourself. Something I noticed yesterday morning is I don't do well without structure. My weekends don't have as much structure as my weekdays do. So my weekends, sometimes I can fall into an emotional rabbit hole. And I noticed it yesterday morning. I was talking to my coach, my tennis coach, about it, and I'm like, I wake up sometimes funky Monday mornings because my weekend's gone, and I'm like, what happened? And then during the week, I'm in a great place because I'm so structured with everything. And I do meditation, I'm channeling, I'm doing yoga, I'm exercising, I'm working, I'm meeting people, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, I just got to bring that more into my weekends so that I don't go down the emotional rabbit hole. Love SAS and redoing it, having it available always. Yeah, people are joining us today. Great. So what I want to tell you, because I'm going to go, just because I'm feeling a little tired for some reason. I have my SFA bowl and do a lesson a week. I love that. I love that. So join us in SAS. And if you have any questions about it, you can email us at care. And then I'm going to summarize this in a minute at MarilynAloria.com, care@MarilynAloria.com. And we can fill you in on it. Or if you put SAS in the comments below, then you are going to go into Messenger, and you can ask us any questions in there, and we can help you to help you decide if SAS experience. So it's happening next week. It's starting next Tuesday. So come join us. So let me give you a summary, just because I feel like a little wonky today for some reason. So what I want you to do, the main thing I want you to do, is to ignite the light in your soul. So I want you to recognize that every 24-hour period is an opportunity for change. So it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter what's happening tomorrow. The minute you wake up in the morning, I want you to notice how you're feeling, notice what you're thinking, and I want you to rewrite the thought in the moment. I want you to rewrite it with something powerful, even if you don't believe it. I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am gracious. I am caring, whatever it may be. Then I want you to remember who you are. And who you are is a divine being. You're a magical being. You're somebody who is gifted, whether you notice those gifts or not. So think about something that you did that was great, an incredible experience that you had, or a choice that you made and you saw it through. Then that's the alignment with your soul. Then I want you to do something joyful. You're going to listen to the waves of an ocean. You're going to go out into nature. You're going to look at nature videos. That's going to light the light up in your soul. And then I want you to remain open to possibilities. That's the dance with synchronicity. Remain open to possibilities, and you will feel more opportunities coming in, and it'll get you out of limitation. It'll get you out of scarcity. It'll get you out of anxiety. It'll get you out of fear, and it's going to catapult you into solution. So that's what I want you to do every 24 hours, and you're going to experience change. So for those of you who are just joining me, the SAS experience starts next week. So make sure you check out joinsas.com or put SAS in the comments below. If you have a question for us, go to care@MarilynAloria.com or just message us on the Facebook page or care@MarilynAloria.com. And most importantly, we have a raffle going on. So that's MarilynAloria.com / here. Let me put that in the banner. Hold on. And whoever shares it the most, there's 3 ways to win. You will, somebody's going to win a 30-minute reading, somebody's going to win a 2-question email reading, and somebody's going to win classes. Thank you so much, guys. Let me know your biggest takeaway. It helps people. And I really look forward to getting to know some of you in the SAS experience. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye. Denise, make sure you write out SAS, SASS, SASS.